And I guess, like, something else that I wanted to bring up is that there was one moment where I was walking in my neighborhood. I was high, go figure. And I was walking in my neighborhood, and as you know, Clear, he mentions a lot about his avatar and things like that. So I kind of thought about myself in the form of like an avatar, and like thinking like, oh my gosh, like I have like a really cool avatar. Like, you know, like when you're in Sims and like you're creating your sim, like I thought of myself like in that form. So it's like, here I am coloring my hair, making it to look how it does. Here I am like picking these outfits, like a butterfly t-shirt and like blue shorts. Like I have a cool fucking avatar, and like this is my character, quote unquote. I don't know. Yeah.
This is your character, but in the, you know, game that it was like.
Yes. Oh my god.
No, I love it. I mean, like I think it's also kind of a form of, if we're really going deep, like from what I'm hearing, it could be a form of escapism. Like you really want to feel like you're something apart from yourself, right? If you feel like you're just part of this, like, machine, this game, this thing that already has a purpose for you, I think that's, like, essentially what humans look for in life, right? Purpose.
Yeah.
And sometimes, and I feel like if that gives them their purpose and they live happily knowing, like, quotation, like, I don't know, knowing.
Yeah.
Or thinking that they're part of the simulation. If that makes them happy, I mean, go for it.
Yeah, honestly, live by your rules. But I will say that this is where it does kind of get problematic, because an argument is, a lot of the time, is like, oh, well, if we're in a simulation, then, like, what's stopping me from, like, killing that person or, like, doing this? Like, if it's not going to cause me, like, me or them, like, any harm. And, like, one of the big responses to that is, like, well, if you were in a simulation, why would that want to be one of the first things that, like, you do to somebody?
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
that's like the same thing. Like when people say, "Oh, let's give women equal rights," and then like there's a man who will like jolt out of his seat right away. First things first. Okay, that means I can hit women, right? What the fuck?
Yeah, and it's like, why is that what you want to do?
Yeah, why is that the first thing that you would want to do? Like that's weird. Like, sir, you're just violent. You just have some built up shit, sir.
There's some things that you have to explore that you need to resolve, honey, because if that's your first thought.
Yeah, there's some things
that
need to be resolved there. I love that.
But one person took it so far, and this is just Zac coming through with, like, the damper news, but, like, I also just think it's interesting because it was a part of the documentary, and spoiler alert, if you go and you watch it, this is me ruining it, so you can skip to, like, the next 3 or 5 minutes ahead. Anyways, so there was this guy who, he was, like, obsessed with The Matrix. Like, he at least watched it every single day. Like, he said one time he watched, like, 10 times in one day just to try to analyze and dissect it and, like, what it all means and, like, how we could possibly be a part of this, simulation, right? So then he says, like, he goes to Hot Topic, and it just so happened, it was back, like, when Hot Topic was actually off, and they had, like, the coats that they were wearing in The Matrix, so he bought one, and then, like, that even, like, made him feel more alive in the fact that, like, we were in The Matrix. So along with listening to the soundtrack every day, watching the movie over and over again, and having this coat, he, oh gosh, I feel like I should cover this story in depth. Okay. Anyways, but he believed so hard that we were actually in a simulation that he was like, well, I could go downstairs and I could murder my parents and they would just fucking dissipate into pixels. And it's like, that's what his thought was. That was his theory was. It's like, I can kill them and they'll just become like pixels, but like in the simulation. Like, because it's not real. So
I don't know.
He does that. He murders his parents because he believed so, like, hard that we were actually in a simulation.
Why would you want to turn your parents into pixels?
Well, because he thought that they would come back.
No.
That, like, yeah. So it's just like this theory, like, it's so in depth and like, I would honestly just say to like watch the documentary to kind of see. I
have not. I still haven't seen The Matrix. So.
Oh my gosh. You know, I haven't either. We should have a Matrix movie night. I think we talked about this already.
Yes. No, because we had, okay, in one of our episodes, we talked about how The Matrix is actually about the trans experience.
Yes.
And the director of The Matrix, she's trans. And I think somebody else is also, maybe a producer or something.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting.
Someone is.
But we did do a story. Yeah, we did a story on The Matrix. And yeah, hello, we still haven't watched it. And we said in that episode we were going to watch it. So we need to have a movie.
Oh my gosh, now that I'm going to be my second dose vaccine, you can totally come over and I can make us popcorn. But
I love popcorn.
As you were saying, I'm sorry.
Oh no, that was it. I think we should watch.
We should totally watch The Matrix. But what I'm saying, sorry, is the documentary. Yes. Like, I would just go and watch it just to, like, kind of see these people's thoughts on it and, like, how it resonates with them and how they live through this simulation, quote unquote. So, yes.
I guess, like, I mean, there's extremes in everything, right? Like, there's people who believe things that are, like, extreme. I think not everyone who believes that we are in a simulation would go and murder their parents.
No, of course not. And there are very kind people who believe in the simulation. Yeah. So that is also on the documentary. Sorry, I keep interrupting you. Go ahead.
No. I was completely agreeing with you. Like, I don't think, like, they're bad. I do think the loop or the like holes, the rabbit holes that we fall into, especially with the internet and everything, like, sometimes can be dangerous and harmful. Like, you've seen, like, with Q and everything.
Oh my god.
Crazy, like, that got, and how damaging it was to our institution.
Yeah.
You know, the government. Just how kind of weird it made us look to the rest of the world. Like, that had consequences. Yeah. So I think it's good to, like, have a free will, really look in depth into things, keep an open mind, but at the same time be critical of the stuff that you're consuming, because, I mean, like, it potentially could be harmful if you believe things that are kind of out there.
And if you believe in something, I think that you can always, like, kind of reframe and be like, okay, is this impacting me or others around me negatively? And, you know, I just reconsider.
Yeah, if you're affecting people and yourself in a negative way, then I think maybe reevaluate your beliefs, right? Like I think about that in the scope of also, like, religion and things like that. If you're trying to dictate others, personally, I am religious, I am spiritual in my own way, but I would never be harmful towards others or expect others to, you know, also have the same exact beliefs that I do. So yeah, I think that's important to state.
100%.
Yeah, just don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole.
Yes.
Speaking of people not being assholes, jumping into our next topic. So, Dylan, I jumped on Twitter, as I shouldn't have, like 10 minutes prior to us recording, and I fell down the trending hole of Lil Nas's... Is it Nas or Nas? Nas or Nas?
Lil Nas, no? Little
Tomato?
You know what? I'm on board with you.
Okay, Lil Nas's...
I do enjoy his music.
Remarks to the angry people at his new video where he is bottoming for Satan is hilarious. Literally, that shit is so funny. I still have yet to see the music video. I've seen small little clips. He looks phenomenal. I think that it's amazing. And just, like, I feel like I don't even have to watch the music video to, like, see what he's retweeting on Twitter to be entertaining. Like, I just love it, and I'm here for it. And I know that you've watched the music video.
I think you definitely should. Yeah, I think you definitely should watch it. I've watched it like 4 times. I love it. I think that Lil Nas looks like a professional pole dancer. Yes. It's very good. I didn't realize, like, Lil Nas is, like, all legs.
Yeah.
Like, his legs are very long.
Yes.
And he's over here just doing that. So, I mean, I support him. You know, I think that it was cool to see like biblical and Greek influences in his videos. I think that was very fun. Also, I kind of like he did put out a message, and I don't want to like misquote it or anything, but pretty much he like, to paraphrase, he like says that, and if you read the lyrics to his songs, it like also makes sense. Kind of like he's just being himself, like unapologetically, you know, and you know he's hella gay, so yeah, so he's just being himself, like let him be himself. Also, like, he posted this interview that he did, and like somebody asked him like, oh, isn't like he the one that was like singing Old Town Road to like kindergartners and all that? And it's like, yeah, he's like, that's me, but this is me too. So
Yeah.
Once again, paraphrased, I don't have that in front of me, but I love that. I just like, you can be like, we're complex humans, do you know what I mean? Like, we are not just one shade of, you know, blue.
Yes.
Right? We're many different colors, and obviously the person that he is in front of children is not the same person that he is when he's bottoming Satan.
Yes. So, very Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana, best of both worlds. Hello.
Yeah, and you know what? He has a right to that. He's an adult.
Yeah. Okay, so
like, he's a grown adult. Like, if he wants to be like doing what he wants to be doing, it is his, you know, he's an adult. It's not like he's doing it with children. Like,
speaking of,
I don't see anything wrong with that.
The children, he responded to a tweet, and he was like, I love how people are like, oh my gosh, what are the children gonna think when they see this? And he's like, but no one's talking about the children in cages. And I was like, whoa. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Too. Y'all are so like, mad about this music video, but there's literally children in fucking cages.
Yeah.
You give a fuck about this?
Yeah, in our southern border, it's like crazy right now. And the fact that you're giving so much energy to hating on my video, I'm just an entertainer. I'm just out here entertaining the masses. Hello, and getting my bag. That's it. Yeah, pay attention to the important stuff.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? If you want to be mad, you know? Be mad at don't be mad at my showy ass, you know? Don't be mad at my showy ass just because I look cute. Fucking strip poling with my beautiful red wig and my perfect laid edges.
And me bottoming for Satan. Hello. Can we also talk about
Leave me alone. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Go care about the important stuff. Don't care about children so much.
God, literally. But also, can we talk about like who is letting their child watch that? Like, that seems more like a parent problem than it does like a Lil Nas problem.
Yeah, hello. They want to have access to it if, like, I don't know. But also, I don't think you should I don't know. I don't have children. But I don't think you should almost overly censor what they are exposed to. Because then they don't know how the world works.
Yeah.
You know? And if you were able to explain to them, like, oh, this is this way because of this. And maybe you shouldn't do this because it's unsafe, or maybe you shouldn't. Like, if you explain, like, children we don't give them enough credit. Like,
oh my god, no.
Children, they're just smaller humans. With,
and
like,
their minds are
experience.
Sponges. They're ready to learn.
Yeah.
They want to learn.
Yeah, if you explain to them, you know, why certain things need to be avoided. I don't know. Because if not, they're just gonna find out from some other source, and it's not gonna be from you. So if you're really trying to guide your child, I don't know, restricting everything that they consume seems a little much. So that's just my 2 cents on parenting.
Not that neither of us are parents. But also, like,
that nobody asked for. Nobody cares to know my style for my imaginary children.
But reliving my experience as a child, when I was told not to do something, I definitely wanted to do that thing that I was told not to do. So
yeah, I mean, yeah. There's that
just
too.
like create that. It's like what you were saying though, is like, you know, let them know like what's okay and what's not okay, and have those conversations. But
yeah, have the conversations like why it's not okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of times I hear, like, I remember there were times when my parents would tell me, don't do that. And I'm just like, okay, why not? like kind of thing. And
But